Hi, everybody. It has been quite a long time since I've done a video, especially a live video. Just keep meeting to, and life's been crazy and lots of projects, and I was waiting for the right thing. And today, very excited to introduce you all to my second Oracle deck. Because it's here. It's here early. Considering everything that's been going on, like it's actually here early. Amazing. So it is Anatomy of a Witch, the Oracle. Wow. Wow. It is it looks really big in the camera. It's the same size box as the liminal spirits. And so they are a nice little set there. You can see, and they are both. This also has the magnetic closure. Very cool, right? So you can see it's a box. And once we open it up, we have the guidebook inside. I especially love that the cover for this is matte. Hey, Mary. See, it's a nice, say, oops, that doesn't help you at all. Full color booklet, right? And it has a nice feel to it too. I really like how they did the art on this one too. It's very nice. And then, hi folks, hello. We have the deck, right? With the little, sorry, this is opposite for me for the camera. We have our little purple ribbon. The inside is purple. And here we are with the deck. And also the bottom of the box is the back of the cards. I guess they couldn't choose, and so they went with that one. Here is that. And if you're like, why does that look vaguely familiar? It's actually the background of Anatomy of Witch. If you look at the cover, it would be great if I actually had a book here. Do I have a book here? No, I don't. It's in the other room because that's how I roll. This is the background art that I made, that if you look at the cover, you'll see it's sort of washed out in there. So this is the full strength. It's kind of beautiful, subtle little symbols. There we go. You can see all of that happening. Little sun, little moon, little markings. All right. And we have in here 48 cards. Now, when you get the deck, they are going to be in alphabetical order. All right, so all 48 cards alphabetically, that's how they come. With the Liminal Spirits Oracle, I think they were organized by the family groups that they're in. So when you pulled it up, you got the Gateway card, and then the Rights card, and then the Places, etc., etc., etc. Right? I'm pretty sure that's how they were organized. It has been it's been 2 years since that. So I have reorganized them for this special viewing for y'all into the groups. All right. So a little bit about this deck. It is designed to be not just your basic Oracle deck. Of course, it's coming from me. It's like, sorry, it's true. It's based on Anatomy of a Witch, right? Which is all about seeing your body as your most powerful, immediate tool, right? Your most magical tool is your body. And through the systems of the body that we explore, you can really delve deeper into connection and connectivity, sovereign power, ritual, ancestry, looking at the land that you live upon, what are your schedules, all of these different things. It's digging it deeper and honoring the body as the source for all of that. So as I was writing the book, I saw the idea for the deck. And this is taking those concepts and going even deeper so that you can use this deck to craft your path, your practice, to design rituals, to design spells, to, of course, do divination and meditation and all the other things out there. But it's definitely not it's not an affirmation oracle. And if you've been watching anything I put on here, I have feelings about affirmation decks. They're fine. They're fine. Everything's fine. Okay, so let's get into the cards. I'll stop. So the first group that we have, I'm going to make sure they should be in order, but I'm going to double check from the book of making sure that they are in order. So the first thing we have is the Witch Anatomy, which will be 5 cards. And here. And so within that, if we do it this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So starting off with the witch lungs. Okay. And that's where we start with anatomy, right? In the lungs in here. So we have this tree with the herbs coming out of it. We also have the seasons. If you notice, the tree is moving through seasons there. So have that going on. That's our witch lungs. The next is the witch heart. And so ritual aspect, what makes us tick, right? What drives us? What is our passion? Ritual, all of that delved into here. Next, we have the serpent. And the serpent is our intuition. It is our sense of protection. It's the most primal part of ourselves. This is essentially the witch's gut, the witch's intuition. It's also a lot of those internal organs that exist within the center part of our body, rounded up in a lovely word besides the gut, the serpent. Read the book. You'll figure out why. Next, we have the witch bones. This is tradition. This is structure. This is where we come from. This is where we live and do our practice from. It's one of my favorites. This is kind of a more of surrealist type of image for me. And you will know some of these do line up with the illustrations that you see in Anatomy of Witch. So when I wrote that book, I was hoping it would be in color. I didn't win that battle. So I did the drawings with a slight wash to them so that they would have a little bit of a grayscale effect. And then once we decided we're going to do the oracle, I went back and I did them in high color. So same drawings have just been amplified. The last one in our anatomy series is the Weaver or the Witch Mind. So there we go. That's our mission control, everything that unites these systems together, right? In our cauldron of wisdom. All right. Hello, Cheyenne. Hello, Rico. Hey, Carrie, Rosemary. It's Nova. Sorry, I tried to catch everybody here. Serena as well. Hi. So that's the basics of the anatomy. So as they come up, so let's say, well, actually, we'll talk about how these cards go together once I've gone through all of them. So the next one is the elements, and the elements are represented by 4 kinds of hearts, right? So we have a heart of air. I see little feathers. I love this one. So, like, of course I love this one. It's like the Gemini card. All the air signs say ah. And we have earth. Put that in there. So we have an acorn kind of bursting through that heart of the earth and growing. We have heart of fire. So with this heart of fire, little detail here, we have little matches, right, all around the heart. And then, of course, the heart of water. Sorry, water for everybody else who's not from Philadelphia. And so we're a little mollusk type. So those are the main aspects of the physical elements: earth, air, water, and fire. We get aspects of spirit back with the Weaver and the mind card and other things throughout all of this. So hello, new folks. So the next section that we have is the senses, and we have 6, all right, 6 of them in here. And with that, we have taste. This is also one of my favorite cards, another one of the weird ones. I mean, like with the liminal spirits, I'm looking forward to seeing what cards freak people out. There's a whole club of people who are unsettled by the deer card as much as there are people who love the deer card. And I'm wondering if the taste card might be that one. So as you see with taste, we have lemon, we have mint, we have pepper, we have honey, we have salt or sugar, depending on what's going on in there. But really, it's a little salt. So we have taste. And we have touch, which I believe is on the cover. Yes, touch is the card that's on the cover of the box. And this is also one of the primary illustrations from the book. We have a smell, a little taking reference from my little collection of Egyptian perfume bottles. Right, scent, and also little jasmine blossoms there. We have sound, also one of my favorite cards. So we have ginkgo, and I believe St. John's wort, and the bell also has the bat on it. So we get that sense of also sonar, right? All of what is sound and vibration, all of that coming in there. Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you, Wendy. So these all we'll talk about a little bit the illustrations in a moment. So vision, and so with the vision we have belladonna, and we have a key, and the eye of seeing. Right, a little inspiration there, sort of referencing a little bit of. I have Horus in there, and then the last is perception, and the perception card is meant to be, it's a few different things. And of course, all of these cards are explained in depth in the book. But perception here, to me, this is like sort of the happy little amoeba or paramecium, but it's also the layers of perception of the different, you can say, auras or energy fields that we have, and how far that we go out, and how much do we contain of ourselves. So we have that in there. All right, and the next group is the body being card. So these are the states that we kind of go through, and then can be really applicable for our path, for where we are in our lives right now. And this group starts with adorn. So we have this figure holding up two masks. We have align. Pretty sure this is also one of the illustrations from the book, our three cauldrons aligning, cauldrons of Posey. We have awake, our owl, our key again, our little cup of tea, little clary sage in there as well. We have birth. Create. My fingers are getting in the way. So within create, we see music, we see writing, we see painting, we see, working with the earth, we see kind of knitting, crocheting needles in there. And then we have our snake of creation. We have death. And you'll see that our tree kind of speaks to that first card that we saw with the witch lungs, right? That kind of same shape of where we are rooted and connected. And dream, another one of my favorite cards. This is also the cover of the book. All right, doesn't help with the lighting there. Dream card. And experience. Those of you who are on my Patreon know we were going back and forth about, do we call this aging? And really, is it about age? Is more about experience. So that's what is represented here in the visual. We have love, also from the book. They're intertwining figures, single figure combined. We have maintain. And with maintain, if you've read anatomy, you know this is about your temple, right? All temples require maintenance. It's a place of work, it's a place of business, it's a place of play, a lot of different things. But you'll see in there we've got bucket, and we've got a hammer, we've got mops, we've got gloves, and then in the background we can kind of see that there's this doorway into place where there's incense and the statue and kind of the sacred zone. So this is the work that happens outside of that. Memory. Those little mementos. Kind of can be a whole wide range of things. We have play, bringing a little bit of Baba Yaga's hut. This is shows up a lot in my art, and also within that we have the hare, we have coyote, we have a lot of serpent in there too. So a lot of my personal symbolism uh, it sneaks into here. So this to me is a happy card. A little bit of the trickster, a little bit of play and imagination. We have nourish. And nourish is not just a lovely array of fruits, nuts, and berries and things like that, little mushrooms in there. We also have this cup that's overflowing, sort of like the Ace of Cups. We have the beauty of the rose, and then we also have the books there of what are we nourishing our brains with, right? So all of these things together. We have renew. It's another one. This is one of my it's one of my favorites too. This is a little more one of those surreal ones. We have the broken egg shell, right? That something has emerged out of it. We have the discarded snake skin. We have bits of rope and twine. We have ashes and feathers falling from the sky, sort of that akin or aligning to the phoenix in there. All right, so that is the group of the body beings. The next is our lunar and solar events. So we have the full moon. As often as I love to see it, and especially in my memory of seeing the full moon on the ocean reflected in there. And on the full moon, we have, of course, the opposite side of the new moon. Let's put those next to each other. You see the kind of up and down energy of how things are moving in there. And of course, we have waxing and waning. So it's actually really important for me to put both of these on the same card, especially for my friends who are in the southern hemisphere, and that these things are reversed. So waxing and waning, kind of recognizing where you are, and it works for both ways. So it goes both ways. And we have the solstice. All right, so that is our winter and our summer solstice. Equinox, so our spring and our fall. I'm going to give all away the symbolism. Hopefully you're already going, I see things. I know. And we have festival. All right, so this is for all the things that don't fall on those lunar or solar holidays. It's those events that we gather for, right? So a feast, a festival, celebration, whether it's one day or many days. All right, our next one is witch work. So these are things that we often use spellcraft and ritual for. So we have banish. We have bless. Let's get that in focus. Come on, camera. Come on. There we go. Again, all of the elements are present there, if you look for them. Cleanse. Let's get that in focus. Come on. And commune. That's one of my favorites. This is actually how I drew a lot of figures in high school. Is sort of these swirly, represented by line. I actually started with wire sculpture, and being inspired by how the wire moved, and then bringing that to the body. And so occasionally when I think about figures and wanting them to be more than, though they could be any human, and just really represent the energy of the movement. We have heal and protect. This image has been very popular. We have mugwort and rue, and I believe rosemary. Oh, and star anise or anise. And the last one in this group is shapeshift. Owl, cat, toad, hare, goat. We see a bit of a fishtail. We see a little bit of snake. And then we have a little tiny spider in there too. All right. We're getting to our last group. And the last group is magical artifacts. So within magical artifacts, these are things that we often use in ritual and spellcraft, and often relate back to the body and the senses. So the first one is amulet. We might also call these charms. Some of them might recognize as milagros. They're often, we've got the Italian horn in there. We've got horseshoes. We have all these little things, these charms, these symbols, these little amulets that we often adorn our bodies with or use in magic. We have the eye. Okay, whether you call it the evil eye or the nazar or other variations on that. Thousands upon thousands of years. I think we were seeing like kind of the first instances throughout the Mediterranean was 3,800 BCE. So it's been around for a very long time. And the artwork, we have hands. I'm very much fascinated by the Mano Figo, the Mano Cornuta, the Hamsa, the Hand of Fatima, all of that, right? And the connection that we have with making things with our hands and protecting things and caring things. There's so much that we do with our hands. We have poppet. All right, so these are, all the different kinds of figures, of dolls, of votives that we make to represent the body, and what we do with them for blessing, for healing, for cursing, all of these different things. Put that in there. And then we have witch bottle, and technically also witch balls. They're both in there. There's some similarity between how they're both used, and so I included both of them, but they both go under the witch bottle. Witch bees. And then the last one is the witch braid. So we have aspects of hair, feathers, of knot tying, knot magic, all of that kind of being encompassed in this card. So that is 48 cards. All right. So all of these were done. These are ink drawings that I then did watercolor, colored pencil, but mostly watercolor on top of all traditional media. So nothing that's digitally created. Actually, the only layer of this digitally created is the parchment background. So when you see the originals, they are on white paper. But I liked I wanted kind of that antique effect on here. And so I created a whole bunch of different layers to capture that in here. So there's a whole bunch of different ones. So when you flip through them, you'll see that it varies, right? There's not just any sort of one. And this is where I'm pulling from my printmaking backgrounds, intaglio, doing etchings, and all the intaglio processes, which is that fine line work that goes into it, and also the ability to hand color it in a sense of paper, as well as those anatomical drawings and the botanical drawings that we see from the 1700s, 1800s, early 1900s, etc., until we got more into lithography and dot reproduction in how we printed things. So Wendy says these are all amazing. We need another deck just for altar representation. You could do it that way. So with all of these different family groups, right? they can really help you going, okay, I know I need to do something. Like, I feel like something's off. What kind of ritual do I need to do? And so you can pull one or three or five. There's a few different spreads. Actually, I'll pull them up here, see if I can get them to show up. We have a three cauldrons spread, which taps into that aspect of the body. We also have the witch anatomy spread. Right, so those are some creative ways you can do it. But there are, other very simple ways that you can, pull a single card. But you go, all right, what is the area that I need to focus on right now? So through that, I might pull, let's do three cards, right, to see what do I need to focus on, and anything else, information that I can get from the deck to put this together. Hi, Barbie. Yay. Well, I'm glad that you're excited about the deck. I'm excited. It feels like it took forever. This deck has been a long time coming. As I conceived it when I wrote Anatomy of a Witch, which was 2018, 2019 into 2020. And so pretty much 2019, 2020 is when I started work on the concept for this deck. And then the art was finished last year. All right, so let's just say, I feel like I need to do a ritual. What am I gonna do? So shuffle, and I'll pull. I have a full moon. I have renew. And I have nourish. All right, so if I just pulled those three cards, you're like, okay, well, right now we are working our way towards a full moon. I'm pretty sure we just had a new moon. So I'd be thinking about is I'm in a growth cycle right now. We're in a cycle of expansion, the full moon energy. So I could plan this for a full moon, or I can really think about using that increasing energy in there. And then giving myself a sense of renewal, right? This can talk about self-care. It can talk about what are the things I need to continue to shed as I'm getting ready for this ritual. And to really think about what is the next step, right? When we again have that kind of phoenix energy coming through here, it's like, all right, what's going to be reborn through this? And within nourish, right? I can think about, oh, do I want to make a special meal for myself for this ritual? Or do I want to do something that is particularly nourishing and renewing for my soul? So, thinking about how do I feel burned out? All right, in what ways am I feeling burned out right now? And what can I do to counteract that? And so with these, I can build myself an activity, a ritual, or just mindfulness of, all right, take care of yourself. Really focus on what's positive for you and continue to build that energy up or kind of pull in that full moon energy. So that's really simple with three cards. It gives you a few ideas of what it is you could do to craft a ritual or do a spell for yourself. Depends on whatever it is. So, pulling just one card of what's going on with your body. Let's try that. This is my first time working with the deck, like actual working with the deck, like this, the finished deck, right? So when you design things, you're like, I hope this is going to be a tool that people can use. And that's really why I create these oracles is with the liminal spirits is really connecting with the spirits, this animistic approach to seeing everything around us as spirit and as well as ourselves. And this one is, for folks who are like, I don't know what kind of ritual or what kind of spell do I need, or what's important to my path right now. What is the aspect of my own anatomy, the witch's anatomy that I might be focusing on? Oh, okay, well, the witch bones came up. This is about tradition. What aspect of tradition, or maybe it's about the land spirits. Right, so pulling up a card, this is pulled up one, cleanse, right? So this can say, go clean your house, girl. But it can also, that's cleaning, but you can also have the act of cleansing, right? And combining those. So what can I do to clear something out? Very easy, very simple, gives you somewhere to go with it. and tapping into yourself. So it has, I think, a lot of use. I'm excited to see how people respond to it. So there it is. Deck is here. I believe it's going to be it's going to start shipping soon from Llewellyn. I should be getting my pre-orders. I already have the pre-order button up. If you haven't seen me posting everywhere, I have a special deal for the first 100 pre-orders for signed decks, of course, that you're going to get a sticker. Yeah, I know, and hello, you all love stickers. Now you're going to get, you know, the sticker that will come with this. But if you buy anything from me, you know that I also put stickers on the outside of your package, so you're getting all the stickers because we're all five, right? Stickers are fun; they're the best. So, so you can get it from me, and it will be shipping as soon as I get those copies. I'm going to be going to Mystic South. I'm hoping I might have a few for Mystic South as well. That is in about 2 weeks. I'm looking at the calendar. Yes, 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today, give or take. So be there. But if you've pre-ordered it via Amazon, great. Pre-ordering on Amazon and getting it through Amazon does help folks see it, especially if you get it. Please rate it. If you like it, if you hate it, don't tell me. But otherwise, check with your local metaphysical store. If it's from Llewellyn. This is published by Llewellyn, so it's easy for them to get. If they're already carrying, if they carry my other books, they can carry this deck. And so support your local shops. Big thing. That's my favorite thing for you to do. So if you're not going to get it from me, try to get it from your local shop. If you don't have a local shop, or you're overseas, I understand there are other, Amazon is often the easier way to get that, but try to support your local shop as much as possible. I appreciate that. And yeah, so I'm excited to see how you all work with the deck and how you feel about it, what your favorite cards are, what the cards that make you go, and see. Oh, thanks, Claudette. So yeah, definitely check. No, I don't know how many. I know that the liminal spirits, we had kind of a delay when those were done. Like they went through the first batch so quickly. So I recommend kind of get a move on it. I'm hoping they ordered a large number the first, so we don't have that kind of issue again. Because it does take a long time for these to get printed, and decks just take a long time in the production, especially right now. We still have a pandemic going on, and that is affecting shipping. It's affecting paper printing, all of these different things. So definitely helps to have those pre-orders, regardless whether you're pre-ordering through a shop or online or through me. So thank you all for being here as I reveal the deck. I would say, like, hopefully there'll be more videos soon, but I'm gonna be on the road for a bit. So this is the special. Here we are. Come see me in person at things. I'll also be at the Witch Cities Tarot conference, which is the weekend after Mystic South, and I'll have some decks there as well for the night market going on too. So main thing though, if you want a signed copy and you want a special sticker, I think there's still maybe 10 or 15 in that first 100 that are on the site. I haven't looked at the numbers recently. Otherwise, if you missed it though, you can still order them from me any other time as well. All right, that's it. I'm gonna stop rambling now. So thanks for being here, and like I said, I'm very excited to see how they work out for you. I'm excited to also hear about how you feel about the personality deck, because I love how a lot of you, particularly Thumper, hi Thumper, have different opinions of like what kind of attitude the deck has. This one's a bit snarky, so I'm interested to see, is this one snarky as well? So thank you all so much, and please stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and maybe a restful weekend, even with lots of noises happening here in the United States. All right, blessings y'all. I'll see you later. Bye.